If I told you we could build this video calling app with just few lines of code, would you believe it? Let me show you the features we'll cover in this app. As you can see in the bottom, we have audio and video. Here you can you can mute or unmute the audio, and also same goes for the video. Right now video is off. If you click on the video icon, so you can see the video, right? And the same goes for the share screen icon. So if you click on the share screen icon, you can see this pop up, right? Chrome tab, window, entire screen. So if you click on the entire screen, so you should be able to share your entire screen, right? Here you can see you can actually able to share your entire screen. So let's stop now and let's stop the video one. So also here you can see a couple of functionalities. So we have a real-time messaging system here. If you see on the bottom right corner, there is a chat message, right? So if you write something here, that would be the real time, and you can see how many people are on the call. As of now, just only me. That's why you can see just only one person, right? Let's open this app in a different tab. Let's copy the URL. Also you have option to copy the URL. So you should be able to copy the URL from here. There is a information icon. If you click on that button, you will be able to copy the link from here. Just click on that. You can see here, right, the copy toast message. And let's open the incognito mode and paste it here. So it will ask to enable the microphone, so allow this time. And also it will ask for the video. So let's just say allow while visiting the site. So here you can actually type your name. So you can type Mr. Mitchell Marsh. Let's just say Mitchell Marsh, join, and boom. So you can see, right? Let's mute the audio. Cool. So now you can see there is a 2% here. So if you click on that users, you can see me, Saikat is me, and the Mitchell Marsh, the person that recently joined. And here you can see the UI, right? And if we test the real-time messaging system, if I write here hi from Mitchell Marsh, hi from Marsh, hi from Marsh, and if you go there, if you can see here, there is a red dot icon in the message chat, right? And this is hi from Marsh. And if you something right here, hello from Saikat, and that has to be real time, and you will be able to see here, right? And how good is that? How good is that app? Does this look similar to the Google Meet? Yes, you were right. We can achieve almost all the same features. Now you might think, how is that possible with just couple of lines of code? Let me tell you, it's all possible with Zegocloud. With just few lines of code, we can create this kind of app using their beautiful handy UI kit. So what is Zegocloud? Zegocloud is a global communication service provider that offers SDK for voice, video calls, and chat. Using this service, you can easily build your own video calling applications. They provide various services, and you can find code example for different programming languages also. If you go below, you can see the different services: video call, voice call, live streaming, in-app chat, cloud recording, AI effects, superboard, digital human, a lot more, right? And you'll be able to find a different programming languages. Here you will be able to find out the different code for the different programming languages. As you can see here, there's a Android, iOS, web, Flutter, React Native, Windows, macOS, Electron, many more, right? And it has a various pre-built UI kit that caught my eyes. If you go here zegocloud.com/UI kits, you will be able to find a tons of pre-built UI kit. I mentioned that we'll build this with just few lines of code. Trust me, these UI kits will play a vital role here. You'll get 20 plus UI kit, 50 plus component, and all are ready to use, and it's completely open source, cross-platform, and easy to customizable. And also you will be able to build one-on-one calls, group calls, video conference, live streaming, live audio room, and in-app chat. You can explore all the UI kits from here. And most interestingly, if you join the link in the description below, you'll get 10,000 minutes for free. When you click on the link from the description, you will be able to redirect it to the Zegocloud homepage, and you have to click on the sign up link. Here you have to put your basic information, first name, last name. You have to specify your country, your email address, and you have to verify your email address with 6-digit verification code. When you write your email address, you will be able to see the get code button is enabled, and once you click on that, you will be able to get a 6-digit verification code. What you have to do, you have to write the verification code here, and you have to put a strong password and just click the start free trial. Boom, you will be able to get the 10,000 free minutes that I have mentioned. So I have already created an account. Let me log in. Once you completed your sign up, you will be redirected to the Zegocloud dashboard. Here you can see the different options that you can explore to get more information about the Zegocloud. Here in the top part, you can see create your project. So I have already created one project. So for your case, that would be the empty part. So just click on the create your project button, and we are going to build voice and video call. Select that, and in the below you will be find the next button. Click on that. So you have to specify your project name. Let's say React video call. Okay, so remember here you have to add the underscore instead of hyphen. So you can write any name here, and we are going to use the UI kits, right? So let's click on the start with UI kits. And your project is creating. You need to be bit patient. It will take some time. Now let's click on the dashboard, and you can see the project that you have created. It's already in the dashboard. Click on that. Okay, so far if you've done that part, you are good to go. Here we need a couple of important information that has to be hidden. So you should not expose this information to the outer world. Here I would say the app ID. So app ID that should not be, exposed to the outer world. And one of the important one is the server secret key, right? So keep it here. We'll be back again in the dashboard because we need that information, app ID and server secret, later. Since we're building this project, we use the React, Byte and Tailwind CSS. So what I would request you to do, if you go to the Tailwind CSS /doc/guide/byte, you will be able to find the starter guide to create a React project with Byte. Here you can see we have a command to create a React project with Byte. npm create byte at latest your project name, and template should be React, right? So and after that we have to install the Tailwind CSS. Here you can see Tailwind CSS, post CSS, auto prefixer, and we need to initialize the Tailwind config file. Update your config file with this code and add these utility classes in your index.css, and you are good to go to run your React project. What I did, exactly same thing that I have completed here. If I go to the package.json, you can see I have created the Byte project with the same command. I have installed the Tailwind CSS. Here you can see, and I have installed one more additional packages, which is React Router DOM. Please install that part and you are good to ready to work. So again, I'm repeating again, I have created a React project with Byte. I have installed Tailwind CSS and I have installed the React Router DOM. Forget about this one, we'll talk about it later. But so I need this minimum npm packages to start with it. If I go to the app.jsx here, you can see I have exactly copy paste the same code. And if I run this project, I'll be able to see this hello world. If you have done this part, you are good to start with this code. Since we have installed the React Router DOM, so first changes that I want to make inside the main.jsx file. So I want to wrap this app component with browser router. So I have wrapped this app component with browser router, which is coming from the React Router DOM. So please install React Router DOM if you didn't yet. Save it and let's move it to the app.jsx. Here we'll create a pages directory inside the src folder. Let's create a pages. Inside that we'll create a page called home. So home.jsx, and we'll need one more pages which is called room. Inside the app.jsx file, I want to import router and route, specify the pages here. I want to keep this h1 here. Let's wrap with a parenthesis and let's add this router, and inside that the route. The path should be slash and element should be the home component. So here you can write array appc for shortcut to create a reactjs component. So I have created the home component here. Let's create the room. Cool. So these two components are ready. Let's import it here. It's the home, right? Cool. Let's import the home. Yeah, home is there. Let's see, we should be able to see the home text here. Okay, something went wrong. Let's see. Okay, my bad, I have made a mistake here. That should be routes, not router. It should be routes instead of router. So now I'm expecting to see the home component. Here you can see the home component is there, right? So let's set another page here, which is the room one. So route, same the path, and element should be room. But here our room page should be the dynamic page. So room is there, but I want a dynamic ID. Every room should have a unique dynamic ID, right? So I want to get this by room ID. So now if I go here and just type room slash, let's just say cycle, so I'll be able to redirect the room. So this SYKT is the ID that we are getting from the params, right? So here, so we can start working on the home page. So as you can see here in our final product, if we go to the home page, just one input box and one button here, right? And there is a background color and just a simple text here. It's simple, we can do that. So here I have added a couple of classes, which is width is 100 ps, h is 100 ph, background should be gray 800, flag justify center, and item center. So inside that I need to take another div here, class name, which should be 400px. So inside that I have take h1, I have written hey welcome inside that, and I have added some class name, text for Excel, and before text white, font bold, and text center. So after that our input box and button should be there, right? So let's take an input and the normal button. Cool. So join room. I have added a class name here, which is the border 2 with full border white, rounded LG, and before focus none, and added couple of paddings, and text is Excel, placeholders, and the room ID. So let's see on the browser. You can see here, we can see the input boxes, right? Button is not styled yet because we didn't add any class name there. So it looks pretty, right? Let's add CSS in the button. So I have added a class name here in the button, which is BG blue with full rounded LG block, couple of paddings, text is Excel. So you can see it is look like as same as the previous one, right? H1, input box, and button. Let's add a functionality here. So I need a state to get the input data. Const, we could say the room ID, set room ID, that should be use state. By default that could be null or empty string. Now here in the input we can add a on change. So set room ID should be .target.value, and we can add the value which is the room ID. Cool. So if we type anything, that should be stored in the room ID state. And I want a on click here, handle click, handle click for the button. So it will redirect us to the room page, right, with the room ID. Here first I need to check if room IDs exist, then we'll redirect. For redirect we can use the navigate function from the React router DOM. Const navigate is equal to use navigate. So it's a function. Now inside that what we could do, navigate, it should be a function. Inside that we could write room, and the room ID should be the dynamic, right? So we can use backtick instead of string here. Okay, so now you can see this room ID would come from the input state, and room is our actually route, and this handle click we need to use here inside the button on click. So handle click, cool. Now our home page functionality is almost completed. Let's see. If I reload it, first time if I click on the room, join room, it is nothing is happening because we don't have any room ID, right? So if I write something called SDK, if I click on the join room, boom, and you can see the dynamic ID is cycle B, and we are redirected to the room page, right? So let's work on the room page. So in the room page, our first task would be to get the room ID from the params. So we can write here from use params. So we'll get room ID. Let's see the name. So this name completely dependent on here what name we have defined here. So it was the room ID. All ID should be the capital. So let's copy and paste here. We got the room ID from the use parameters, right? Now I want to introduce with one more documentation which is gives from the Zegocloud, which is the Callkit Web Starter Guide. So you can simply search it from here. If you write here like npm package, you will be able to get this one, right? This npm package, the first link, if you click on that, you will be redirected to this page. So this docs is well documented. You can find each and every steps to make a voice and video call app using the Zegocloud. So if you can see here, the first of all we need to install these packages at Zegocloud/Jego UIKit/prebuild. So let's copy it from here and just install it. And okay, so if you just hit enter, it will be installed. So as you see in the first part of the video, I have already installed that packages Zegocloud/Jego-UIKit-prebuild. So now I am ready to use that SDK. Let's go to the room page. Here first of all we have to import the Zegocloud prebuild UIKit. Import from Zegocloud UIKit prebuild, and we want Jego UIKit prebuild. So if I go to the documentation, here you can see we have to create a function here, that my meeting. So this function will use inside the JSX with ref. So let's create a function called my meeting or meeting, whatever you could say. Let's just say the meeting. We'll get an element since we will use with the ref, right? So we'll get an element as the parameters, and inside that I have added two variables. Here you can see app ID and server secret. Remember in the first part of the video I have said we need two important information from the Zegocloud dashboard. So if we go to the dashboard, here you can see you will be able to find the app ID from here, and you will be able to find the server secret from here. You can copy by clicking here the eye icon. If you click on the eye icon, your server secret will be copied, and same goes for the app ID. So as I said, we should not expose this important information to the outer world, or we should not commit this important information to the Git. So we have to use the env for that. So let's create a env in the root directory of your repo. It should be .env, and inside the env I have added two variables, byte-f-id and byte-server-secret. So I would request you to copy and paste these two information inside the env. So once you have done, let's go to the room page. To get this variable from the env, so we need to use this special format, import.meta.env.byte-f-id that we have specified inside the env. And same goes for server secret. But make sure your app id should be number. When you get the variable from the env, that always you get the string version, but our app id needs to be number, so that's why I have converted this string to a number using the number function. And if you can see in the documentation that we have did the same thing, that app id and server secret we have added. Now let's copy this key token part. Let's paste it here, and you can see Zego UI kit prebuild that we have to import again. Okay, so I have import that Zego UI kit prebuild from Zegocloud npm package, right? And I have used this app id, server secret, and room id. So room id is coming from the parameters, right? Now we need a random id here. Since we are not using any third-party packages or we are not using any function, so instead of we can use the date.now, so it will give us some unique id. So if you follow in the documentation, they have one function here, the random id. You can copy and use this one, but I don't want to use this for now. So it will return some random id based on your length. So length it will take as a parameters. So here I have used the date.now and this one. So here you need to also specify some random here, a random id. So for now I can use this cycle. So basically it's a name that by default will show in the UI. I will show you. So let's save it. Now we have used the app id, server secret, and the kit. Now if you can notice, we have to create an instance. Here you can see how they are creating an instance. Just copy and paste this code here. Here you can see we have used the Zego UI kit prebuild.create with key tokens, and it will return a new instance which is stored in the JAPI variables. And here you can see, to start the call we have to call the join room function, and we have to define couple of information here. So let's go, and japi.join room, it should be an object. We have to define couple of important information here. First of all, the container. So container should be the element that we are receiving from the parameters here. Since I have said that meeting will use as a refs inside this div. Okay, so let's call it that it should be an self-close div. Rep should be our meeting function. So it will take element as a parameter, right? And we can add couple of information here, like which should be full, and also height should be full. That means the vertical width and vertical height. Now if we go here, now we need to define the scenario. Since we are making one-on-one calls, so that has to be scenario, that should be object, and we have to define the mode. So let's copy this part, and after this we can define it. Scenario mode is group call. So instead of group call, we can use the one-on-one call. So you can see here. So basically we have defined the mode. Now if we save and go to the browsers, here if we reload, okay, nothing is happened. Let me see. Okay, one more thing, make sure when you added any env, you need to restart your application. So just stop and start again. And we can see the problem. App ID is required. So I didn't specify the information here, that's why it is showing the error. So let me do it. So I have added the env variables and I need to restart again since I have edited there. So yarn run dev. Okay, so if we go there, Great, we can see the UI, right? So let's coming from the route. So if I specify the room ID like this, 1 2 3 4, join room, and camera is starting. Here you can see I have audio, I can turn on, turn off. Same goes for the video, turn on, turn off. And as I said, right, the name I have defined here, Psycat, it is showing here. So it's a actually by default name. So you can name write your name here. So if I want to write the front end with Psycat join, okay, it is showing like fail to join the room, please try again. Okay, so we have made a small mistake here. So date dot now we have used this for the user ID, so that has to be string. So let's make it to string and save it. Now if we go to the browsers and reload it, so if I try to click join, boom. So as you can see, I'll be able to join the room here, and also I have a control with audio, video and screen shares. I can turn off the audio, turn on the audio. Same goes for the video. If I turn off, then you can see small avatar is showing, and the same goes for the screen share, right? I can see the 3-tab entire screen. I can share the entire screen. Boom, you can see, right? And I can stop share screen, and the same goes for, okay. So in the final product that you can see here, let me try to join. You can see if you click on that, you will be able to see here that personal link, and you can see that you know, copyable things. But in our product there is nothing, right? It's empty. So for that we need to enable another one, which is the shared links array. I will show you a bit later. And the same, there is a, you know, you can see how many people are still on the call, and same goes for the real-time messages here. So if I try to copy this link and try to join it in incognito mode, and I need to actually, you know, turn off the microphone because it will create echo. Okay, allow, it will allow. So I have joined. Cool. So you can see here, right? You can see two people are joined here. One is here, one is here, and you can see the two people, Psycat and Psycat. I can change my name, right? Before joining in the room, there it's showing to, you know, change the name. So we can test the message, real-time message here, hello, and boom, we can see, right? Cool. So you can see how easy is that. Just we have written a couple of lines of code. This code is already mentioned over the docs, and we have just, you know, understand and written here. And these are the 3 or 4 lines of code give you this rich, like almost same like a Google Meet UI, and it looks really amazing, right? And two people easily can do their meetings and can do their conversations, right? And real-time messaging, screen sharing, audio, video of, and whatnot, right? How amazing is that? So we can actually, you know, we can cut the call, and there is an option to rejoin and return to home. Same goes for here. We can click on that, a pop-up. Cool. So you can see, right, we are almost done, but one more function is left to show the shared links option, right? So for that, if we again go to that you know, documentation, here you can see the shared links array. This shared links array, if I just try to copy and, you know, write it here, and you can see the name. So instead of personal link, you can write here the share the links, share the link, right? And the link should be copied. Whatever link you have on your, you know, URL, it will be copied. Now if I try to join now, okay, let's reload it, and you can see, right, share the link. So Psycat, I can, if I join here, and see, share the link, the tags that we have written here, and now you will be able to copy that link. How easy is that? As a developer, you can assume to make this UI, how complex is that, right? It's not a straightforward UI to make easily. This JagoCloud will make it very easy for us. By using their pre-built UI kit, we will be able to reach this handy UI, and it almost, as I said, it almost similar to look like a Google Meet, right? Not only that, you can build there, so we have implemented one-on-one calls, right? And if you go there, you will be able to build the group calls, video conferences, live streaming, live audio room, and in-app chat. In-app chat, we already see a glimpse of like the real-time chat messaging here we can see that, right? So that's it. I think we have covered almost all of the things that I have shown on the final product. You can assume, right, how easy is that to work with the JagoCloud and with their pre-built UI kit. If you find this video helpful for you, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click the link on the description below, and get 10,000 free minutes. Thank you for watching this video.